G'day guys, Fitcho here. Now, this weekend is the Bathurst 1000, the biggest race in Australian motorsport, 1,000 kilometers or 161 laps around the Mount Panorama circuit in Bathurst. The best racing circuit that we do have here in Australia and arguably one of the best tracks in the entire world. Now, as a big Formula 1 fan as well as a big Supercar fan, I thought it'd be a fun idea to send not just one Formula 1 car over the mountain, but a full field of 20 and see what it'd be like if Formula 1 did actually race here at Bathurst. Obviously, the Australian Grand Prix is currently held at the Albert Park Lake Circuit here in Melbourne, and while it is awesome for me to see Formula 1 in my home city of Melbourne, let's be honest, Albert Park isn't the best track in the world, especially when we have better tracks to offer like Bathurst, and it'll be awesome to see Formula 1 actually go to Bathurst one day, but I feel like there's a few big roadblocks standing in the way of that happening, especially on the safety side of things. Obviously, the Bathurst circuit doesn't comply with FIA Grade 1 safety standards, meaning both Formula 1 and WEC can't race here. The main reason I know that is down to is because the track is too steep going through the dipper, but I'm sure if I looked into it more, there's plenty of other points around the circuit, especially across the top of the mountain, that wouldn't comply with the FIA safety standards, and for Formula 1 to come here, they'd have to come in and make lots of changes to the circuit and just kill the character of Bathurst, which is not something I want to see, but thankfully we have Assetto Corsa, and we can make this combination work here in the world of sim racing and have a whole lot of fun, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. A 3-lap race here at Bathurst, a full field of 2017 Formula 1 Ferrari F1 cars. Starting right at the back, this should be a lot of fun. Now, quickly, before we do get into this race, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on so you get notified every time I upload a video. But without further ado, let's get to it. Here we go, Formula 1 at Bathurst. The lights are coming on. We're right at the back of the grid. Now, the AI are quite slow off the line. This is a mod track, plus Assetto Corsa is not perfect AI, so we can just blast down the middle of the field like I've jumped the start, but now down into Hell Corner. Once we get through Griffins, it normally starts to normalize a little bit because everyone on the outside line likes to get beached on the curb there out of Hell Corner, and we just end up with a mega run down Mountain Straight. But don't worry, from memory the AI will get a little bit better. We can have a bit better racing. Is down into Griffin's Bend we go. The AI are prone to crash, and there's been a huge shunt, and we've just about snuck through, but we're one of 3 cars to sneak through, so I think I'm going to start this race again. Down into Griffins. Is there a big crash in front of us this time? No, there isn't. We're up into 8th place as they're backing up a little bit as we head into the cutting, and there's been a big crash at the cutting now. Down Mountain Straight we go, up into 8th place. We have a Dane up in front of us. We head down to Griffin's Bend for the first time in this race. Yellow flags coming out momentarily, but we all seem to get through there unscathed. Up to the cutting we do go. We got caught on the outside of this Austrian, but there wasn't much we could do as he clatters the inside wall, and we're going to go round his outside, and that has cost us just a little bit of time to the pack in front of us. Now through Reed Park we go, now through Sulman Park, across the top of the mountain, now into McPhillamy as they're getting quite oh, we have a big run coming down to Brocky's Skyline. There's contact through the S's. Why are the AI going side by side through there? I will never know. This is a Assetto Corsa AI on a mod track, so they're not going to be fantastic, and you get gems like that. But nonetheless, up into 6 places, out of the elbow we go, and down on to Conrod Straight in the slipstream of the German up in front of us. What can we do when we get down to the chase? Of course, easy flat in this car, and very, very late on the brakes, and up his inside we go, and we get that move done quite nicely as the 3 in front of us are really going at us at it. Can we get up the inside, potentially the outside down? Oh, they're braking so early. So early. What are they doing braking that early? I don't know. I know I clattered into the back of him, but that really caught me out there. And now we're going to get up the inside as we head down into Hell Corner. They brake later for Hell Corner than they do for the last corner. A lot later. That is a little bit confusing. It is a mod track, but nonetheless, we shall push on. We have a fight for the podium going on here with Stephen Brewer. It does look like his yellow flags were momentarily out. Not too sure what that was for. Probably further back in the pack as the top 3 are going very, very slowly, and we just sneak right on past all too easily. Here we go. We're going to do this one last time, and hopefully we can have a bit of interesting racing with the Assetto Corsa AI. Obviously, mod track, Assetto Corsa AI, it's not going to be the best racing, but nonetheless, we can have a little bit of fun. And if I do just end up all by myself, we are driving a Formula 1 car. We are racing at Bathurst. I'm going to have a lot of fun. How can you not have fun when driving at Bathurst? I'm getting caught on one of the cars that gets caught up on the curb out of hell corner. It always happens, the outside line. But now we get a good run down Mountain Straight, up into 8th place we do go. And now this is where the fun does start. Through Griffin's Bend we go, everyone backing up quite badly. There's been some sort of accident, a little bit of a clutch kick, just get this car going, and everyone seems to be on their merry way, so we can go back to racing. Through the cutting we do go. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video yet or not, but damage is quite clearly off because I just know what these AI are like. And then again, you put in Bathurst in there, as well as these two side by side through Reed Park. That is never going to work, and that gives us an opportunity up the inside across the top of the mountain. Momentarily running side by side, we get that move done up into 7th place. We have a mega run coming up to Skyline, but it's nothing we can really do with that. We just have to sit in behind through this part of the lap and make sure we're close enough coming out of Forest Elbow to get a slipstream down into the chase. Back on the power we go. We did lose a little bit of time coming down the mountain. Not the best run in the world. A little bit on the conservative side, I will admit. But into his slipstream we go flat out down the straight, getting a nice tow along this super long straight. Now up to the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, as they keep saying on the Bathurst coverage, and down into the chase. We get that move done. Textbook stuff up into 6th place now. It looks like we have an Irishman up in front of us. A little bit of a frame rate drop there, but that is to be expected on a Assetto Corsa with mod track. Sometimes they're not always perfectly optimized. End of lap number 1, and we are up into 6th. Not a bad start. Through hell corner we now go. Stephen Brewer just in front of us down Mountain Straight. Can we get a nice slipstream down here? I think we can. We might have to go to the outside. Is he going to leave just enough space? Yes, he is. This is going to be interesting into Griffin's Bend. Can we do this around the outside? I think we can. Up into the top 5. A very nice move there on the AIs. Now into the cutting we go. It's really tricky coming out of the cutting because you have to put a lot of power down just to get the grunt coming out of the corner, the acceleration. But the elevation changes, it's so easy then to lose the back end, as now we fly across the top of the mountain, flat out through here, through McPhillamy. We've got a mega run, and we're going to try to make a move around Skyline, and yes, we do that down the S's. I'm not too sure why the AI were so slow there, and up into 4th place. Now it looks like we have Sebastian Vettel up next in front of us. There's two actual names in this, obviously, with the Ferraris. You have Kimi Räikkönen and Sebastian Vettel. I could probably install mods to get the full F1 grid if I could be bothered, but to be honest, I don't play this quite often enough to make it worthwhile my time. But we're heading down Conrod Straight. Yellow flags further back in the pack. They're going side by side through the chase, kicking up a little bit of grass, and Vettel takes 2nd place. And now the Dutchie he has just passed is vulnerable. And we're going to get up his inside nice and easily down into the final corner, up onto the podium, as now we have 1 lap left here of this 3-lap race at Bathurst. Kimi Räikkönen leading, Sebastian Vettel in 2nd place. Can we get this victory? It's going to be a challenge to get Räikkönen. He's got a little bit of a gap. We have Vettel just in front of us. Down Mountain Straight we do go. Should be getting a little bit of a tow from this distance, I do hope. And hopefully not too much dirty air once we do. Oh, he spun it. He's come back across in front of us. He has just sent it big time into the wall on that 2nd place. Chance of getting Kimi Räikkönen is over, so now let's just push as hard as I can across the top of the mountain and have a whole lot of fun on the last lap of this race. Careful of the wheel spin through that right-hander. Can we hold it flat through here? I just have a little bit of a lift. And now across the top of the mountain, this should be flat out. A tiny little bit of curb through there. Now into McPhillamy Park in 8th gear, and this is where the fun really starts. How committed can I be down the mountain? That was pretty committed through there. I probably could have gone a little bit more committed if I really wanted. Locking the rears down into Forest Elbow. Definitely not the ideal line there. I was a bit late with the apex, a bit too tight in. But so, yeah, out onto Conrod Straight for the final time. We're definitely not going to win this race, but second place and a whole lot of fun definitely makes it all worthwhile. As down to the chase we do go. Not long to go here. As we're going to jam on the brakes. How late can we brake? It's incredible. The braking performance of a modern day Formula 1 car. You got the awesome new hotel on the right hand side of screen that I'm sure is ridiculously overpriced for this particular weekend. Through the final corner we go and up to the line, and that is a Formula 1 race at Mount Panorama. Is the race over? Yes, I have crossed the line. Normally it takes control. There we go. That's why I wasn't shifting. There we go. That is a race at Mount Panorama Bathurst. Hopefully that was an enjoyable video for you guys. Like I said, the AI aren't fantastic around here, being a Assetto Corsa AI and being a mod track. You can especially see that with Vettel just throwing it off at Griffin's Bend. But nonetheless, that was a whole lot of fun. And if you guys do have a Assetto Corsa, try this car around this track. It is something else. The amount of speed you can take across the top of the mountain, sending it over Skyline down into the dipper, that is absolutely awesome. No matter what car you're in, really, that's awesome. But the speed you do it in this car is absolutely mind-boggling. But that is going to do it for this video today, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.